All right, what's up for the third time? Obviously, the third time for me because I've been trying to record this video three, sorry for my language, damn times, and the video seems to be freezing on me all the time. So I'm gonna try again. So hopefully it's gonna work this time. This is probably gonna be a little laggy here, the chart, but we're gonna have to live with that. So welcome to this market overview here. It's Sunday and I will be checking out the other monitor here. That's what I'm doing, if you're wondering, just because I'm gonna see if this thing holds here. So like I said, welcome. It's Sunday the 6th of November, and I'm gonna do a market overview here. I'm gonna first off I'm gonna show you guys and tell you guys that I am short the euro dollar and the dollar CAD. I did hold that over the weekend, and this is how the trade looks. So my reasons for shorting here on the euro dollar, we have been in a upwards move all the way since here, and definitely all the way since here. So I did feel like there was some time or an opportunity for a relief here on the euro dollar. I shorted. I can show you guys on the. I could show you on the 1 hour, but I'm not going to because this thing is taking forever. It's kind of laggy, but I did short it right here. And as you can see, we did end up going a little higher before closing out on Friday. So you can see, if you look left, there is some structure here. This is a nice opportunity. There was a lower close here on the 1 hour where we did get this double top here, and then we got the lower close. The market went back up. I got a nice looking pin bar here, and that's where I shorted. I put my stops above the highs right here. The smart thing, if not the smart thing, but if you are really putting stops above somewhere, setting your stops somewhere above this guy right here would be the ultimate stop. But obviously I'm not gonna do that, since I'm not risking 200 or 300 pips on this trade. But on the long term, if you're trading the daily or the weekly, I would put my stops above. I put my stops above this guy right here, since you can see that this red trend line here, and you can see that I did actually draw in the box already. That's the next area. Just gonna remove that. That will be the next area. If we continue pushing higher, this will be the next area where I will look to short the euro dollar. I do think that there is an opportunity for a short here, a continuation of this downwards move here on the longer term trend, right? So that's the euro dollar trade. I'm also short the dollar CAD, and I'm trying to work a little slower here, since the computer and the program are not sincere friends. Gotta tell you. The problem is, I think the problem is just that this computer is not good enough. I think that's if I'm being honest with myself. I bought this computer this summer. The guy at the store told me that it was perfect for these kind of things, but that sucker lied, I gotta tell ya. And I bought it in Berlin, so I can't go back there and return it or do whatever. But I'm just gonna try to make it work. I'm not gonna stop making videos. That's for damn sure. So I'm just gonna have to make it work a little slower. So you forgive me for the bad production value in these videos. Hopefully someday I will get a better computer or whatever. So yeah, short the dollar CAD as well. I was short the dollar CAD right here. I got caught up in these news right here on Friday, so got stopped out from that. You can see that the market is currently in or is forming kind of like a wedge pattern here. The conservative way to trade this was to wait for a break of these levels right here, and then maybe wait for a pullback and then short it. The reason for why I tend to get into trades before, basically because I'm kind of more aggressive, and that this way I can make my risk to reward work in my favor. So I can basically lose more trades, but still come out on top when I do catch these moves to the downside or to the upside, whatever. So this is how the trade looks here. I went short on this pin bar candlestick right here, and so short both the euro dollar and the dollar CAD. What I'm kind of hoping is that either one of these trades will go in opposite directions. So I am expecting to lose at least one of the positions, either the euro dollar or the dollar CAD, and I'm kind of hoping that I can manage the trade that will win a little longer, so a longer term. That's basically the concept. As you can see, we're on a 4-hour chart here, and I'm kind of shooting for a longer term trade here, a bigger target. So this is what I had already drawn on before I got frozen the last time. So this is kind of what I'm hoping, that we're gonna break and the market is gonna start a little trend here to the downside. If you take a look at the higher time frames, you can see that we have a nice looking trend line right here. So I'm not gonna go past, and this is not accurate, but like we have a few, and I'm sorry for the drawings, we have a few false breakouts here, but you can see the market is respecting this area, not exactly the trend line, but the overall direction here. So if this were to happen, that would make me really happy. You can see that by drawing in Fibonacci retracement from here to the top, as I have done right here, this will come in at the 618 line, Fibonacci line, and I will definitely be moving my stops to break even and hopefully manage the profits when and if we get down here. Right, so that's the euro dollar and the dollar CAD. There was some interesting stuff going on the pound this last week. I got a loss on the pound. The first week of November has been pretty bad for me. I'm down about 100 and 90 pips, I believe. The spreadsheet is on my other computer. But I am kinda in the same boat here on the pound dollar. You can see that we had this massive upwards move. I think it's time for a relief here. So we could be, and of course if you look left, if you look at the arrow here, this is a small structure area where you can hide your stops above. Obviously we have continued higher, but I do think that there is time or an opportunity for a relief. You can see that the 38 here will come into this structure blimp right here. So overall right now I'm bullish on the pound, but if you're a counter trend trader, you could be looking for an opportunity to short the pound here, both on the pound dollar and on the pound yen. They're very similar, but we could be looking at a continuation move to the upside here. This would not be a unlikely situation here. So if you're looking to buy the pound, I would wait for a pullback here. I think that's the smart thing to do. I don't think that we're going to continue this massive upwards move here without getting some outside returns. So this would be this drawing right here would be a what's the word? A likely scenario. Another scenario could be a continuation push and a pullback to right here. So two basically bullish scenarios here. I would, like I said, I would wait to buy the pound. I would wait for the pullback. If the pullback happens right here, if you're in a trend continuation mode here or a trend following mode here, this could be the start of the upwards move, which could end God knows where. But this between the orange and the red line here, let's just make a box here. This guy right here, I am not going further. Meaning, if you are long, which I will not be on the pound, I would not shoot for targets higher than this red box right here. I will definitely be shorting the pound if we get up into this area right here. And we could probably hide our stops above this guy right here on the smaller time frames. I wouldn't do it on the 4 hour, but on that 1 hour and the lower time frames, I could definitely see me hiding my stops above this blimp right here, or wait for a double top or whatever. So that's the pound. The pound yen is pretty similar, so I'm not gonna go there. Dollar yen. What's up with dollar yen here? Dollar yen has not been my favorite pair in the late October, last October and this start of November. I did get some decent profit here on the dollar yen, but due to other trades, I got to break even. So, but this is a pretty simple scenario here, a trend continuation or a trend following downwards move here. Wait for the pullback. There is probably going to be a pullback here, and I would shoot for targets down in here on this purple line. So if I would actually not would actually not hate the short here on the dollar yen. I want to see. So shorting the dollar yen here inside this green area is my preferred way as I see it right now. I could hide my stops here above this guy right here, so I go stops above this right here, this guy right here, this guy right here, and this guy right here. So what's the ATR on the 15, 48, 50, 65, let's say 65 right here. And targets see if we can get the and longer term targets would be down in there, so we would get a short that is if we shorted the market right here, if it's gonna open where it closed, so about 60 pips of stop to gain 180 pips. Not bad at all. I do like it. So I mean I'm gonna have to wait though, since I'm not gonna trade the open and I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wait until well, I guess I could take the trade tomorrow. But I'm not gonna be able to trade the Asia here or the open. So we'll have to see if nothing happens around the Asia session here. We might, or I might get involved here on the dollar yen. Check out the euro yen. It's probably gonna tell us a similar story here. We're at structure here. I'm actually gonna go out to the 4 hour here. So looking left, you can see this brownish line here. We do have some structure here. Boom, boom, right here. Boom, right here. Right here. It's not a fantastic level. And I mean, I wouldn't go shorting anything right here. This level here where this red box is, you can see that we hit the previous level here, and this is a great opportunity to explain or show people how structure works. I mean, this is kinda on the spot here. You can see the wicks here, and you can see why I draw the box like I draw the box. I include all the wicks here. I could even go a little higher and include this wick right here as well, but I don't. And you can see that we go up, we come down almost in a straight line. We hit this previous box right here, and we go higher. How high are we gonna get? I mean, you can see that I was playing around with this this bat pattern here, and if this is gonna play out exactly like this, I'm gonna look like a genius here. But the fact of the matter is that I have no idea if this is gonna play out like this. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. But I do. I'm surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised why I didn't go long here. There has to be something on the 1 hour then. I mean, I know that I wouldn't just go long just to go long. Yeah, there's not really an opportunity here. Blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I do not understand which. They probably want me to press the blue one, so. But anyway, I'm not. We could go a little higher here as well. We could go higher. So, Euro-yen, don't really have an opinion on it. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Yes, this one. This one is. I want to get involved in this one. I did talk about, and I'm not sure if this was in the video that froze on Friday or this was from a previous video from last week, but I was talking about I wanted the market to push a little higher so my risk to reward would get a proper risk to reward here. But as you can see, we had a kind of a wedge pattern here. Then we broke. Then we are kind of channeling here. So this could go either way. As you can see, I'm favoring the downside here, as I am on most pairs. I do see that on the lower time frames we have a Gartley pattern or a bat pattern. Let's check that out. And we're gonna have to. Well, this is kind of funky. Out of scale. Boom. And I'm gonna do this. This is super annoying working or the chart being so slow, but what you gotta do. No, we're not gonna have a pattern here. As you can see, we extend beyond this the A leg here, or the A point. So not a pattern, not a pattern. So I'm gonna have to wait here on the New Zealand dollar. I'm obviously favoring the downside here, but we'll see. Dollar CAD, we've gone over dollar CAD. Aussie CAD, let's talk about Aussie CAD here if there's something to talk about. Aussie CAD bat pattern here. I took this bat pattern last week. I got to break even, then the market turned on me, so a break even trade here on the Aussie CAD. I do like the level here where we're at right now. So favoring the short side once more. But nothing really, there's nothing really happening here for me to short it, and I'm gonna have to, as you can see, I can't, there's nothing looking left here. and I'm not even gonna. I know that these lines here, these blue lines, will represent something way back there. So inside, between these two blue lines is probably a potential structure area, and you can see that we did run into the blue line and then got a 2 candle formation here to the downside. So interesting to see what happens here on the Aussie CAD, favoring the downside once more. My counter trend spidey sense is all over the place, so you can see that we've been going all this way up here, and I'm kind of ready for some relief on most of these pairs. But obviously we could be this could be just a trend continuation, and we're gonna move higher. You can see it better here on the Aussie CAD how we are running into the structure right here. We did break and close above this triangle here, which I drew. This bat pattern is invalid, so let's get rid of that. Remove. And you can see I'm often drawing in these potential. So I'm not actively on this trade here. I do like to draw stuff in to the chart. You can see why I'm drawing in this box right here and this box right here. I think I talked about both these boxes on a previous video. The thing about Aussie dollar right now is this candle. That is what is speaking to me right now. So there is definitely some pressure to the upside, as you can see on this trend line here. So you can see that a steep trend line. We can probably adjust it like so. Boom. We could be just heading higher here into this area, this green area here. But you can see if you look left, if history is going to repeat itself, we have continuously hit this green area here. The problem, of course, is that it's quite a large area, but we have continuously hit this area and dropped down once more. So again, I'm gonna have to favor the downside here, even though this candle is quite large, and there's definitely some pressure to the upside. I would like to short it here. I'm not gonna short it just because it's such a large area, but again, I did short this right here, got some profits. Just by placing my stops in the right position. I would probably do the same once more if I got the entry. This will not be a cipher pattern, but placing your stop above this guy right here would be your best bet. And if you got stopped out, and if I would be stopped out, if we got a higher high, higher close on this guy right here, then I would definitely be looking for a buy on the Aussie dollar. So I think that I got through this without any hiccups on the video, which is positive. I've been in this room here for about 1.5 hours. I've done this video 3 times. So hopefully I'm just gonna upload it now. If you guys are watching to the end of this video, I wanna share with you guys my new YouTube channel. It's called Motivational Cliches. My Instagram, Motivational Cliches. Check that out. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, or a follow on Instagram if you want to. I really appreciate it. It's just me kind of trying to motivate myself and others. So if you guys like that, I would really appreciate your subscription on YouTube. And of course, if you're watching this video and not a subscriber on this channel, of course, if you want to subscribe and like and share and do all those fancy things. So, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.